What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. Unfortunately, my work schedule was kind of hectic for the past 2 months, but now it's calmed down a bit, so I'm gonna finally be able to work on the FD again. We have the engine here. Some time has passed since that video that I filmed. I think it's been like 4 years since that last video, even though I just posted it 2 months ago. A lot happened in that time with the pandemic and everything. I lost my job, so I couldn't touch the car. And also, a lot of my parts got held up at customs. In that time, we still got a lot done. The FD is fully caged now. I'll show it to you guys in a minute. And the engine has been completely rebuilt. Basically, what ended up happening was I shattered an apex seal. I know, I don't want to hear the jokes, okay? I've heard it too many times the past 5 years. I don't want to hear it, all right? I'm sick of it. But yes, I shattered an apex seal. It carved up the rear housing, so they had to swap out the rear housing and rear rotor. Since they were doing that, I had to do a street port. They also machined the rotors to be a lot lighter. They also rebalanced the entire rotating assembly, and we installed an RX8 eccentric shaft because they're lighter than the OEM FD ones. So it's a fully built engine. There's a bunch of other things that was done to the engine. I'm not gonna go into this video because, like I said, I'm short on time. But it's fully built, it's track ready. We're also going for an electronic water pump to reduce parasitic drag on the actual engine. You have to get the water and oil lines back on this thing with the heat shield before we put it on. I'll say this, after doing all my research on the sequential setup, I understand now why everyone goes not sequential or just straight up single turbo, because it really is a lot simpler to run and maintain. That being said, I'm definitely gonna be sticking to the sequential setup. If I upgrade, I'll definitely go single turbo, but that kind of kills the whole point of this build. Instead of running the OEM rat's nest, I'm gonna be doing like a custom setup, which I can only do once the engine's installed. So today's really just gonna be mounting the turbo and talking about my new build, which is right here. That's my 1979 Honda CB750K. I don't know how clear that was. This is my bike. This baby's my bike. It's my new headache. So basically, I bought this during the pandemic. My brother and I, we were kind of just sitting around, and he kind of just said we should get our bike license, so we did. So this is going to be a cafe racer build. I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't like cafe racers, because I posted a TikTok saying I was going to turn this thing into a cafe racer, and I got some backlash, which I was surprised about. But yeah, it's going to be a cafe racer, so deal with it. Now, for those of you who are genuinely hurt, for those of you who think it's a crime against humanity for me to turn this thing into a cafe racer, if you really want to save this bike, for $30,000, it's yours. Like, just do the right thing and save the bike. I feel like I'm doing one of those commercials that they're for X amount of money, you could adopt an animal, adopt a pet, or whatever. That just like pull on your heartstrings, you know? It's like, just dial the number on your screen and donate $30,000, and you can save this motorcycle from being rebuilt by somebody that has no idea what they're doing. Please, save the bike, do the right thing. And to everyone else, yes, I know, I should have spent the money on the FD. Instead of buying a bike, I could have took the money and put it in the FD and made more progress. But here's the thing. I wanted a motorcycle, okay? I don't have a good reason, okay? I just wanted it, okay? I can't, like, you're right. Like, honestly, you're right. Like, I can't justify it. I can't rationalize it. It was a dumb decision to do, but I did it, and I don't regret it. It's fun when it's working. I guess the same thing applies to the FD, but yeah, I'm just a child with adult money, and that's the statement. There's no, I can't say anything else, honestly. But that being said, you have nothing to worry about, because that's all I'm building. I'm not building anything else. I don't have any other builds. It's just a car, and it's just the FD and the bike. That's it. I promise, okay? I promise. But that's enough of that. Let's get to work. I'm sure you're sick of hearing me talk. We need to get that turbo installed, because I'm actually running late today. I have to go pick up parts for a computer I'm building, and wait. Okay, listen. That doesn't count, okay? It doesn't have wheels, okay? If it doesn't have wheels, it does not count as a build, okay? So, like, don't, just shh, okay? Alright, so we got all the lines mounted to the turbo. It was a bit of a pain with the heat shield. I had a lot of trouble fitting all the lines onto the turbo itself, but it's done. All that's left to do is to mount the turbo control actuator to the exhaust manifold. So this here's the actuator I was talking about. So basically this thing is fed both pressure and vacuum when it's time for the secondary turbo to kick in. It compresses the spring inside, which then pulls on the arm, which then pulls on the flap here, and then the secondary turbo kicks in. So I realized I actually made a bit of a mistake. So the actuator actually blocks the hole. Oh, maybe, no, there's no way. So that right there, there's no way I'll be able to bolt that down after. So I'm just gonna undo the work that I did. Luckily, like I said, it's just 2 bolts, so it's whatever. It's 2 bolts and a clip, so it's not that big of a deal. But like, I'm just glad I didn't do that. I'm just glad I didn't realize that after I installed the turbo, because then I would have been done for the day, honestly. Alright, so we got everything installed onto the 13B. I have some fitment issues right now with the lower intake manifold and the turbo. I'm running an aftermarket manifold. It's a little bit bigger than the OEM one, so the fitment's a little bit tight. I think if I just remove the heat shield on the turbo, it would help with the clearance problem, but I'm not too sure if I want to actually do that. I'm probably gonna readjust the I'm probably gonna take the turbo off just to check everything again, but yeah. So here's the turbo all mounted onto the engine. I didn't bother filming putting on the wide pipe because it's literally just this and the same thing in the back. And same thing with these lines here, they just slip on. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna try to be posting more frequently, ideally every week or every 2 weeks, if my schedule allows it. If you have any questions about the FD build, the Time Attack FD build, or the CB750, let me know in the comments or just message me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.